Hi there, Izzy from digitalgoja.com showrooms, and Sam posted in one of our showrooms, will the Altura 0.43x super wide angle lens work for both my 70D or my 5D Mark III? Well, Sam, what you have to keep into consideration is what lens you have on your camera depends on which one works with this adapter. This one happens to be the 58mm diameter thread, and of course, if you have a 70D with the 18 to 55 standard IS lens, it will function on there. But now I have a 5D Mark III which has a 50mm lens on here. Notice what the difference is when I put these on. You'll notice that the crop sensor gives you a better perspective than when you put it on a full frame sensor camera. So again, these have to be threaded on. Important that you make sure that your lens is set to manual so you don't run the gamut of stripping the threads when you're putting this on. And remember, this just goes on there lightly. You don't have to over tighten it because then you run the gamut of damaging the gears. So let's take a look. Notice how on 20mm you have a nice perspective. Even if I zoom out to 18mm, now you have the gamut of, notice on the edges you have that fringing vignetting effect. That's picking up the edge of the adapter. So on this lens you have to work at least 20mm or more to be able to work with the wide angle perspective. Now let's give this a try and place it onto the 50mm. Again, make sure that your lens is set to manual so you don't run the risk of damaging the threads. And this is going to thread on just like if it was a filter. Okay. Just enough so we don't have any mishaps. Activate the camera. And let me switch it to live view. And here is the 50mm perspective. Notice how it does pick me up even though it's this close to me. So you are getting the wide angle perspective. But be careful because notice on the edges, ever so slightly, you're starting to get a little bit of vignetting. So you have to worry about, first of all, the size lens that you're working with and also the sensor size. This one happens to be a full frame sensor, so you might have a little bit of vignetting around the edges. But keep in mind, the perspective of your lens is what's going to make the difference of whether your 0.43x super wide angle lens from Altura works or not. If this video was helpful to you, click on the like button underneath and remember to subscribe to our channel. Happy shooting!